Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Oh, happy Friday. Happy Sunday. What in the world? This is June Linedecker. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from San Antonio, Texas. And I wanted to welcome you to Think Creatively on Sunday Live. Thanks for joining today. And we are going to go through a couple of housekeeping items before we get started today. And hi, Tina. Thanks for joining. We're just going to go through a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. So, we are going to be playing this day with the. I'm going to move myself off the camera so you can see better. There we go. We're playing today with the Lovely Lavender Paper Pumpkin Kit. And as you know, there is a lot of little elements to it. One of the changes this month is that the stamp set that came in the kit doesn't have the printing on the clear cello that holds the stamps. Instead, they are giving us now this sheet, which I like because it works out really well with my plan for storing all of my stamps. I use these little folders and I print labels for my the place where I will put my stamps back when I am done, and then it all goes inside of this and I file them away. So like here's the one from December. So super excited about that. I love this change. I think it's a great way to go. Then I wanted to also just remind you that I did finally publish the add-on kit for this quarter, and it is a lot of great cardstock that is coordinating colors for the 3 months of Paper Pumpkins. So how I did that was you have cardstock for the ink spots that come in the kits, and then any colors that were duplicated. So there's quite a lot of options, and all of these papers were duplicated in another Paper Pumpkin for the first quarter. So you're also going to get card liners. Based on whatever option you choose, you will get the glimmer paper, the one that has the 5 colors in it. So I think it's soft. What is it? It's on here. Soft shimmer specialty paper, and then this is basic vellum, and so you'll get the leaf. It's a leaf kind of vellum image. There is a polka dot, and then a diagonal stripe that is in that set. So depending upon what option you choose, it'll tell you how many of those 6x6 sheets you get. And then finally, you're going to get a full pack of the Baker's Twine Essentials pack and a full pack of the basic rhinestone jewels. So that is the option for the add-on kit. And it's just a great way when you don't want to buy all the supplies, but you'd like some things that coordinate. This is just a great way for you to have some stock on hand for that. So we still have February coming. We have about 6 days to sign up for the February Paper Pumpkin Sweet Springtime. And the dies are still available inside the store, the add-on dies. All the information is in the description below. And then here is just a picture of the February Paper Pumpkin Springtime, Sweet Springtime. And then coming in March is the Memorable Meadows, and that is the anniversary month for Stampin' Up! For Paper Pumpkin, and we usually get 2 stamp sets. So here it says a free stamp set included. And so that'll be in addition to the one that normally comes in the kit. So those are all the things that you need to know right now. And we are going to get started here. So I mentioned last week that I thought a shaker card would be on the agenda. And so we're going to make a shaker card today. So this is the card I have created that we're going to make together. And it does shake. And we are going to be using the, where did I put them? Oh, they're right in front of me. These are the iridescent shaker circles, and they're beautiful and they work perfectly for this kit. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. I think it came out nice as well. So one thing I am going to do different on this card today, my card is made with the gorgeous grape cardstock. The only thing we're going to do different is I'm going to use Highland Heather instead, so we can see what that looks like. Hi, Susan. Thanks for joining and thanks for the kind comment. Always appreciate you being here. And so we are going to have to do a little bit of trimming. So I'm going to pop out the tag that is in this piece. We're not using. I'm going to set that aside. I think I've already trimmed that piece down. I did. Just trying to do some things ahead of time. And so we're going to need to score our cardstock, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and we'll score it at 4 1/4. This piece is the layering element that came in the kit, but I have already, no, I haven't. So we're going to trim it down by 1/8 of an inch on 2 sides, just to bring it in so that it's not edge to edge. So we'll score this, trim this, and we've already got our inside piece ready to go. And so I think with that, we can get started with that bit of trimming. We're going to be using one of the cello envelopes that Stampin' Up! Sells in the catalog. We're going to be using that to make what some people might say a faux shaker card, but shaker card nonetheless. So let's just do some, let me see if I can put it up here so you can see what I am doing. And so I'm just scoring my card at 4 1/4. And so that is the card base scored. And then this piece, like I said, is going to get trimmed. I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off the top and 1/8 of an inch off this wider side of the window. So let's just line that up. So there is that piece that we will trim off, and then the same amount right here. And so there we have that. And then I think I want to make sure that's exactly what I was hoping. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's just going to be, leave just a tiny little edge around the layering piece. Okay. All right. So I think for that card, that is all the trim that we need to do. We are going to need a few of the die cuts. I thought I had gotten everything out, but I see that I have not. So we're going to need, I need this one and I need the shorter one. Let's see here. I did end up ordering one of the refill packs. I was getting quite a few of the paper pumpkins every month, but I'm ending up with a lot extra. So I decided to scale back. And then, of course, I really wanted a little more. So basically, I ended up ordering the refill when they came out. So I would have some extra elements for creating the alternates with you all. All right. So as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and burnish this so it lays down nice and crisp edge there. And we have our shaker piece. And this piece is going to go on the inside of the card. We could go ahead and paste that in. And as you know, my preferred favorite is multi-purpose liquid glue. So I had just always have that on hand here. And after we create the cards as they were intended for the paper pumpkin, then I switch over to my larger ink pads and my preferred adhesive and all that good stuff. So that is the inside of the card. So the next piece is we're going to create that shaker element. And like I said, you could consider this a faux option or not, but we are going to use the cello envelope from the catalog. These are in the main catalog. So again, we're using the iridescent shaker circles, and I don't know if this will show you or not, but they are so pretty. And I thought with all the lavender color in there that these would be so perfect for this card. So I just am going to kind of put dump some in here, and I think that's a good amount. All right, and then I like to try and flatten it out a bit so that I can fold it over nice and neatly, and just use our bone folder to push it down on that edge. And then I am going to trim this off right here. And I'm leaving, between 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch of that fold over piece right here where we are going to put tear and tape. So you, in the last few months of Paper Pumpkin, you've been getting tear and tape, so you probably have some on hand. And I'm just going to put this tear and tape right down all the way edge to edge. I want to make sure that we have a good seal on here. And then we are going to tear this off. This is my preferred way with my take your pick tool. Okay, and so then I'm going to fold this over just like that. All right, and there we have it. That's going to seal that down. And then we are going to be putting this, let's close up that before I have them everywhere and put that aside. And then we're going to be putting this onto the back of here. And there is that one side that is open here. We glued that piece down, but there's 2 of those cello pieces. So we are now going to put that piece down, the side that was open, to the card base, okay? And so we're going to line that up right here. And so let's get some more tear and tape right here. And so we are going to, oh, you know what? I didn't even check my camera. Let me just do a quick adjustment here, because it seems I'm a little bit out of frame down here, and I don't want to be. All right, that's better. So like I said, we're going to put this on here just right at that edge. And here we don't necessarily need it to go edge to edge because we've already really sealed that in, all those pieces in, but this is going to go on the back side of it, so you're not going to see it. And then we're going to put it on this other side here as well, like that. And so just press those down and then take off the covers, the adhesive cover, and then we can layer this onto the back of here. And so I'm just going to turn this way. I have a better way to manage this. Oh, thought I just want to move it up just a tad. Feel like I was not doing the best to cover this window here on this edge, because there isn't a lot of extra space at the, I guess, the width of the envelope for how that gets put down onto this layer piece. So fortunately, the tear and tape is being quite forgiving at the moment. So as you can see, this is it's barely over the edge of the frame on the top and the bottom. And so what I did there, just to tack it down, and so it wouldn't show, is I used just a small piece of tear and tape just to flatten it out. And I'm not, it's right at the edge of that frame, so it's just really just holding this down is all it is doing. So I'm not using a lot of it at all, and you'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. So now it's pretty much fully down here. It's not, there's no air coming through really. And so then you have your shaker piece, and there you have it. Those colors are perfect for this, and I just really love that. All right, so that is that piece. We are going to put on some of the adhesive. I don't have any adhesive strips handy, and so I have some foam sheets. I was going to use that really to just put this down. So I'm going to trim some of this off of here and just some thin strips. I probably could do this with my trimmer just as easily, but I just want to quickly cut off some thin strips. These are probably, I don't know, they're a little over 1/8 of an inch. They're probably not a full 1/4 of an inch, although that one might be. All right, so we are just going to put them down onto the back of here like that, and may need to cut one more. Let's just do this. Maybe I'll fill in the gaps with dimensionals. Just, we'll see. Maybe I won't have to if I have enough like that extra. Maybe that'll work just fine. Because we are not having to cover up every inch of this, because we have already sealed in the sequin, you know, to the card base. So yeah, that worked out perfectly. I just have a little tiny bit extra right there. I'll just add it there instead of throwing it out and get rid of those. Okay, so now this is ready when we are to put to our card base. Okay, and so fun. All right, so we are going to do some stamping on our card base. And I don't know if you can see it in here, but I have stamped some tone on tone onto the background just to give some scenery there. And so I'm going to get the Highland Heather ink so that we can use it inside or on this card base. I need to check. I don't think I cleaned this from when I was stamping earlier today. So I'm just going to make sure. No, I had not. Glad I checked. So, yes. All right. So I am just basically going to make like a little vine going up right in this, not middle, kind of off to the right side. And so I am just stamping up my branch of leaves here. And I'm just coming off to the left right here. And you'll see tone on tone. You can see it, but it's not overwhelming. Hi, Wanda. Good to have you on tonight. So now I'm going in this direction. Oh, you got snow and wind. Oh my goodness. It's not cold here. I would say it is just a beautiful day. Yesterday and today have been just really beautiful, in the 60s. You know, just nice and sunny. I thought we were going to have rain all weekend. Went out yesterday to get my nails done and wore my raincoat and everything, and it was beautiful outside. So I didn't necessarily need all of that. But, oh, -5. Oh, gosh. That's crazy. I'm going to grab a drink. Is anybody crafting today? Are you doing anything right now while we're crafting together? I always love it when I find out y'all are crafting. So this is how this is going to go. And so all the branches do is just kind of provide a little bit of something in the background there for the card. So, you know, with the actual card from the kit, it had that dotted crumb cake piece. And so this is just going to go right on here like so. All right. So we are going to go ahead and take off the adhesive layers on the back of here, and then we will put down our shaker piece and go on to the next part. All right, just like so. So I want to just line this up before I get it too close to the being stuck. I think that's perfect. Just perfect. Just watching. All right. Well, I'm glad to have you join. All right, so there's our shaker piece. All right, and you guys will have to tell me at the end which you like better, the Highland Heather or the Gorgeous Grape card base. All right, so we're going to stamp a sentiment on here. It's the one from the stamp set, Just a Little Something for You. We are going to use the Gorgeous Grape. I think it will be a nice contrast. Oh, you haven't stamped with the kit yet. It's really lovely, by the way. I've really enjoyed it. And I feel like I haven't had the time, all the time that I would like to stamp with it. As some of you know, I'm heading out for a retreat in a few days. And well, there's a lot of preparation for that. And so my mind has been a little bit all over the place. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Such nice comments. All right, so we are going to go ahead and put the dimensionals on our sentiment. It's going to probably go right there. But before I do, put it down permanently, I want to just get the other parts in where I think they're going to go and make sure that that lays out correctly. So we are using the Lost Lagoon branch from the die cut that's in the kit. Okay. And then we have the small and a large, lavender pieces. And I've tucked this little stem. Let's just move this out of the way so I can work with these and not get things all bunched up. All right, so this one is kind of like that. And then I tucked this one down behind there. Okay. And so I want to move it just a little so that some of that greenery is showing. And then I am going to flip this over and I'm going to put some glue dots on the back of here so that I can figure out where it's going to go. However, all I need to do right now, because we're going to tie the linen thread on before we put all the glue dots down. Right now, all I want to do is just kind of tie these three pieces together. So I'm just going to put a glue dot right here. That's going to, oh, it doesn't take care of that one though. Okay. So I guess I need one more to just tack that one down. But I want to roll this over. I want to roll my glue dot over because it's too big. Here, I want to put it right on this branch, right there. And then let's put this one here, like so. There we go. So now they're all kind of like together as a bouquet of a sense. So, oh, thanks, Tina. Yeah, so now it's just like a little bouquet, all right? And so I have some linen thread here that we're going to use, and I'm just going to try and leave enough here for tying my bow, and then we're going to do some wrapping around here, and it helps to have that glue dot here to kind of tack it down. So what I am doing is I am going to make like a, going to wrap it around and around here to make it look almost like a weaved basket or something around there. But it's just a lot of linen thread rolled up on here. And so then this is going to come back up and I'm going to grab it with my finger, all right, so that I can just cut off a long piece. And then I'm going to try and unwind it with my fingernail and my finger so that I can tie now a bow on top. So we're going to first knot this down just to get it from unraveling. Okay. And really like how this looks. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I just think it's a really nice way to wrap around there. Have a little bit of a different element looking there, but it's like a real bouquet there. All right, so now I'm just tying my bow, and I don't need loops this big, so I'm going to just bring them in a little bit smaller there. Okay, all right. And so now I'm just going to trim off the excess and get that out of the way. And so there we have that piece that you can see there. So then this piece is going to get put on to here, just like this one, right? And that's when I wanted to add the extra glue dots. So you can see why I did not want to do that all at the same time. But I like when it's layered up like this. It makes it a lot easier to find places to put the glue dots so that you can, wow, stuck to my finger. You know, and you're not trying to hide it behind a little skinny piece of the die cut, right? Boy, these are sticky. And so one more, I think. Just one more I'm going to put right down here by the flower, by the wrapping. And so that should hold that. All right, so I have it kind of coming on diagonal instead of going like this, because then this one would be coming off. So I'm basically having this one that's going off to the side. I'm straightening it up in a sense, right along the frame here, just inside, so that it is all tacked down now right here. And so you just have your little shaker, and you can see how that inside works. It kind of like gives a little bit of something that you're trying to see back there in the garden in a sense. And so I think, you know, because of placement, as you can see, if I put it up here, I'm going to kind of cover up some of the leaves. So I think I might move this one down just because of how much it came over. So I think that is why I just didn't want to put it on right away, the sentiment. So I want it to be a little bit down here more, and I think that's straight right there. Okay. And so the only thing we added here is card base, and the oh my goodness, cellophane envelope and the shaker pieces. Everything else is from the kit, and it's such a beautiful card. So I would love to know, do you like the dark in the background, the gray, the lighter one? The cellophane is making it very hard to see. Maybe that's a little better to see it. They are so pretty. I hope you liked that. I have one other alternate for today planned. I have not made it entirely. But I've done a lot of the bits only because it's kind of a fun little card that I've never made one before, and so I wanted to, and I don't even know what to call it. I'm sure it has a fancy name, but I got this card. I think it's really cute. Very simple front, right? But I love this inside here, and I was like, I want to make one like that, and so I kind of got us going with it. So we are going to make one of these. If anybody knows what it's called, you could tell me in the comments. That would be great. So that I have like started to get us all going on this, and we're going to make this really fun, this really cute fun fold card. So I think I haven't decided what I'm doing as the sentiment on the front. So we have some options for that. We're either going to go Valentine's with this one or just with love on that one. And so I think we're going to need some of these elements when we get to the front, but it's going to be something to the effect of one of these staggering kind of fun fronts. And thank you, Jaylene. I appreciate that. So sweet. You like the light color in the background? Yeah. I couldn't decide, and they're just so fun. The shaker piece of it is so fun. After I made this one, I was like, oh, I should make one with the lighter one, and let's see which one I like better. So I don't know. I kind of like them both, to be honest. But thanks for giving me your input. I appreciate that. So we're just kind of like, these are, this piece comes from the die cut piece that takes the tag out. Okay, I just trimmed off one side of it. This is part of the card front. I added this. This is the soft shimmer that comes in my add-on kit. I thought that would be nice. And then this is the die cut piece that comes in the kit. So we have that to work with. Oh, you too, Susan. Light background. All right. So I am also using the card piece, the card base from the kit, the crumb cake with the white polka dots. I like that. And then I needed something to cover, and I thought, I could open up a couple of envelopes, but I actually have the DSP, the perennial lavender DSP, and I thought, this is going to be perfect. I'm just going to use that on the inside of here. Isn't this gorgeous? And we're using a pretty peacock as the elements. And since my card is going portrait, I guess you would say, I'm not sure, portrait, I think, I had to kind of shift this around to see what it would look like. Okay. And so I had to kind of figure it out. So I'm using pretty peacock on the inside of here. It's going to go across like this. And then we have some really smaller panels that are going to go inside of here. And so I'm using, again, the pretty peacock cardstock, and one piece of the cardstock from the card base in the kit. Okay. And then we have another panel that will come in here like so. And I used that big square tag and trimmed that off to fit right here. So we're going to have one on this panel and the other one on this panel. Okay, like so. And then I'll have a one on this end that goes like this. Okay. And so I haven't figured out what we're doing on the inside of this yet, but think that I'm sure we can figure it out as we go. I'll use probably some of this little greenery in here, and maybe trim off, some of the lavender pieces, maybe like so, to bring it on the inside, or even leave that one by itself because of all the beautiful printing and stuff, and then bring that one in here and put a sentiment right here, inside the card. So, and I think this one is not necessarily going to fit, and so I may have to pick something else for this inside. Or I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. So, what do you think? Do you like idea? Have you ever made one of these? I could think of the name of it. Some sort of panel uh, type of card. And so we have these pieces. I'm just going to move these off like this for now. And we'll go ahead and start with putting down these DSP pieces. So this is from the Perennial Lavender DSP, and these pieces are cut 4 inches by 5 1/4, just to go on the inside of here, providing a bit of a background to the card. And I loved this paper because it was primarily the Pretty Peacock and the Lost Lagoon with the crumb cake backing. And so it seemed perfect for this particular background. So hopefully you like that. I love it. Okay. The next thing is I'm going to go ahead and put down our panel. What I want to do is make sure that I am putting this in the middle of the card. And so I am lining it up on my grid paper so that I can get this right in the middle. Okay. And so I just have to put glue on this particular part of it right here. All right. And so it's going to go right on the edge, right between these two grid lines like that. All right. So we have that piece put down. All right. Then literally we're going to fold this up like this. And we're going to put glue on this edge like so. And let me get a little bit in the corners here. And then we are going to close this just like that and press down. Oh, that sounds great, Susan. Do you know what the name of the card fold is? I don't have a clue. I just saw it and liked it. All right, so there we have it. So now our little panels or our little divider pieces tacked down, just like so. And we can build the inside, but I think I'll do the front first before it gets too much bumpier, because it's going to get thicker inside of there. And so let's go ahead and put these layers down while we're at this point. So again, I'm being a little bit free-spirited here with these. I don't have a big game plan to them. I do want to put this one down first though, because I want the other one to go on top of these two. And at some place. And so I don't want them to be perfect. So that's going to go right here, like so. And it was several years ago. Yeah. I've seen people and I just never paid attention. And then I got that card and I was like, oh, I can do this. And so off to the races, right? And so this is going to go right here and just like so. And there we go. So just a little haphazardness going on right here. And like I said, I haven't decided, and we can come back to this, but I wanted to put those down. But, you know, if I put that across there, I really want it longer if it was going to be that way. If I was going to use this for the Valentine's, I could cut a piece that's longer, no problem. And I may decide to do that, but I just want to see what else we come up with. So let's go ahead and do the inside. Now, like I said, I'm going to need some additional options for my sentiment. And so I do have the lavender suite. Haven't used it. And so let's see. There are no sentiments on that, but I thought that there were some sentiments that went with that set. I thought it was right here. Let me just look at my stuff. Here it is. I found it. Just didn't go low enough to my little stack. All right, so the perennial postage here. We have, so this is a stamp set that is in the mini catalog right now. And it's part of the lavender suite, or the perennial lavender suite, I think. And look at these things. Here for you always. Thank you for your friendship. You are loved beyond measure. You're simply marvelous. I can't thank you enough. You mean the world to me. Happy Mother's Day. Big hugs. Sending love and best wishes. I know you will get through this. So nice. So I think that the one that might work is, besides Happy Mother's Day, is this big hugs. And I kind of like that. It's perfect for inside of here. Okay. And I think that that's what I will choose to use. And so I just am going to take this off. I am not one that is big on putting all the labels on. I just want to make sure that I have things basically in the general direction of how they need to be stamped. So that's big hugs. And let me get a piece of scrap that I can stamp on just to try it out first. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. And I want to leave room for for people to write something. And so I'm going to put this up towards the top. And there we go. Big hugs. I think that looks great, right? Big hugs. So I'm actually thinking I would like the Valentine sentiment on the outside. And so this one is going to go in here just like so. And then this will go on top of here. And then somebody has room to write a little message on here. Okay. So I think that's going to be it for this piece. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down while we figure the rest of them out. Right. It's the Perennial Postage is the name of the stamp set. Oh yeah, that twist pop-up card. I haven't made one of those either. I imagine someday I will get my head wrapped around that. I guess I always like to see one. I like to be able to look at the mechanics of it all. So I imagine once that happens, I'll be able to make that happen. So, all right. Oh, I was going to try that out on a piece of paper and I didn't even do it. Oh my goodness. Blabbing away and not paying attention to what I have on my head. Well, it worked out fine, thankfully. All right, so we're just adding this beautiful floral piece to the pretty peacock frame layer. And so that's going to go right here, just like so. And again, like that. So now we just have to figure out our two pieces right here. So I think I would like to stamp on here. I think I would like to stamp some of that green, I'm sorry, not greenery, I guess is the appropriate way to go. But I am looking for a piece of paper that I can put under here so I can go off the edge of it. So this is what I want to stamp this. And we're going to use, I think I'm going to use fresh freesia for this just to get a lighter color behind it. And we're going to probably stamp off with it. Okay, just making sure if I need to clean this before I use it. So do you use a chamois to clean your stamps? It's my favorite. I just don't know what I would do without it. I love that I can get up and clean it so easily. And so that's one. And this is two. I think I do like it in the second generation. And so we're just going to put one right here on it, like so, just to give it a little bit of color. We're going to add some stuff to it, but that it just felt like it was so stark. All right, so let's see. I don't think I need all of this piece here, so I am actually going to trim this off of here like so. We'll keep that for another time. So I think that's gonna go like so. think I like it lower. And I think instead of this big lavender piece, that I would rather have that little smaller stem for this. And so I'm gonna go back in my little box and grab one of those for this here. So it'll be just these two right on here. Like, I think like that. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's move that out of the way here. And so I'm just going to put a couple little dots on here just to tack this down. Don't need a ton, so I think that'll do it, like that. And then we'll put that one up that way. So just putting, oh, that was way too much. Whew. Definitely more than that was needed. Okay, so don't even smush. Don't smush, because then glue is going to pop out. All right, so that's going to be our little panel there. That's going to go right there. I'm going to let that dry for now. So that's what we have so far. Right here. So fun. And then we're going to have this last panel. Oh, I guess this guy has to go on here still. We'll just leave that there for now so it dries. All right. So we're going to put this guy down. Again, this was just from the card base in the kit. All right. Again, way too much glue on this. I don't know, I'm heavy-handed today. Heavy-handed. All right. So here, I just think I want to use this whole piece. I think I can because it's not overlapping too much. So we're just going to put a few dots on here. See if we can be less heavy with the glue. All right, so I think that's that. So we're just going to do like so. Oh, sorry. There we go. So now we are going to have these two pieces. And I mean, I can use them like that, but they feel huge. And so I am going to try and trim this just a little. And see what we can do. If I am able to trim this off at this point. So that we have that. And then this one here. Like so. I think that looks great. All right. So just, look at your pieces and see what options you have, how you might adjust things a bit, and see how you can adjust the size or take it to a different level, scale it, all the fun stuff, right? And then we will layer this one right on here over that one. And so that is that piece. So this is coming together. We could even change up how they, unfold. I think I want them to be even, but I just realized that you could do that. And then we have this piece that has to get glued down. I think I've let that dry good. And then we can put our panels down. Oh, we're almost done, folks. Almost done. So I wanted to let you know next week, because I am away at my retreat, I will not be here for Sunday Live. I don't come back till Monday. And what I am going to try and do is I made some really cute little treat boxes for my event that I'm going to, like a kind of, in a sense, like a swap. And so I was thinking I would do a little video and show you how to make those and have it post for next Sunday when I am away. So that's kind of the plan. And then I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who participated in the poll, because that was very helpful to me. I have always thought about doing a Zoom each month to help people with getting their paper pumpkins done. I know, people have hordes of them. I'm also probably one of those people. And so thank you for the feedback and letting me know if you're interested. And I will be getting that on the calendar. So we will do the first one sometime in February. So I will be posting that information. And super excited about spending some time with you guys in a private Zoom room, so that we can just chit chat and hang out. So I look forward to that. And if you haven't seen the poll post, or you're not in my group, I think I have information in the description below how to get in my group, or a link to get in my group. If you do, if you haven't joined my group and you go there, you click a button to join, and then we are, you have to answer a few questions and then hit submit, and then I review them and admit people. And when you don't answer the questions, I deny the entry, because I want to make sure that the people coming in the group want to be there and that we want them there, right? And so what do you think? I love it. Look at that. Okay, we still finished, but I just love this so much. Super excited to hear what y'all think about it. 4-panel pop-up. Thank you. Is that you, Wanda? Thank you so much for finding that. Okay, we're gonna cut a little sentiment banner because I want it to be a little longer than the one that I have from the kit. So I'm just getting a little piece of basic white, and we're gonna do I think I'm gonna go ahead and do 3/4 of an inch. I think that's a little bit wider. And then I'm going to do 3 3/4, which is just about half an inch shorter than the entire width of the card. So let's do this. This might be my Valentine's card for my husband. I don't know that I've ever made him a Valentine's card before. I think I always end up buying one because, wanted to say all that sappy good stuff. And so here, let's see. Now, I'm curious. I am wondering about using Pretty Peacock ink. No, I'll just use the grape. It isn't going to have that big of an impact. So, all right. So here's Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. I'll get that centered on here. Ooh, beautiful. 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 Thank you guys for all the sweet messages. I really do love the fonts and everything. Yeah, this is so much better when it goes across all of them completely. Okay. So we're going to do that. I am going to cut off another strip here. Whew, that works perfectly. And that way it's going to be firm on there. No drooping or anything. So there we go. All right, so get rid of that little guy. All right. And then we have our last bit here. Oops, don't want that to be upside down. All right, so a little bit, there we go. Okay, so that is that. Do we need anything else on here? I feel like I should be putting on some sort of either ribbon or something. So I don't know. I kind of like it just how it is. Happy Valentine's Day. Big hugs. So, so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I tried that, and it was super easy to make. So I just want to do this really quick because of video. So this sentiment piece is 3 3/4 inches by 3. Oh, that was 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 inches. Okay. These, obviously this panel piece that went across here is 8.5 inches. Okay. But it's 2 inches in width. Okay. It's scored at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, then 6 3/8. I believe that's right. Yeah, 6 3/8. Okay. So 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8. Then each of these panels in the Pretty Peacock are 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay. And then the pieces inside them are roughly 1 5/8 by 3 3/8. Okay. And then the added elements. So, and I think I had told you already that the background pieces are 4 by 5 1/4. So that's all the measurements of everything. These pieces are just random. There was no, method to it or anything. I could stamp a little heart on the back as a hallmark. Yes, I could. And I may do that for him. I may just put this on here with love, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. I agree. Yes, I think it's a good idea. And I know where a little heart is. I used one earlier today for my little project. And so, yeah. All right. So we made 2 really fantastic cards today. You think I'd lose my mind. Like, I just made these cards. Where are they? I know I do make a mess, but I don't feel like I've made like a humongous mess by any means. I can't find stuff. Does that happen to you? All right, so here we have it. Happy Valentine's Day. This 4-panel pop-up card, and using elements from the Lovely Lavender kit, and then this gorgeous shaker card with all the bits inside, and guess I need to put something on the inside or write a note. But these are the cards that we made today. So a little bit more than an hour today, but it was so fun hanging out with you guys. And I look forward to seeing you on the 18th. I'll be back on the 18th. And join me then. And hopefully I will sit here for a little bit longer and do a video on that one little treat that I put together for my trip and share that with you next Sunday. So thanks for being here. Don't forget, Paper Pumpkin deadline for February is the 10th, 6 days from now. So make sure you sign up. I think that kit is just going to be as cute as this one. And we're going to have a lot of fun making alternates. I do know that there are some treat boxes, and thanks, Tina. So I know we'll be able to make some really great alternates as well. So, all right, folks, have a good weekend, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.